Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. It is Tuesday, August 19th, rather, and it is time for What's in the Box. I know many of you, especially those of you that have seen my teaser yesterday, are going to be quite excited to get to the end of this video. Unfortunately, we have about 20 to 25 minutes before you see the good stuff. But as a foreshadowing, I guess, everything is going to be awesome in this video. It's all going to be quality stuff. This last week with the show that we did at Knights Hall, there was a lot of things I needed to get ahead of, and so this video is just going to be all the good stuff that I was able to get through and get ready for that show, as well as this weekend's show, which is the Indianapolis Toy and Comic Expo, more commonly known as ITCE, which is in Bloomington, and that's on Sunday the 24th. So, if you don't have anything to do this weekend, you have something to do this weekend. Hate to tell you. Drive to Bloomington, go to this show. It is awesome. I've talked about it before, where Indianapolis Comic-Con has kind of had this paradigm shift of, not necessarily focusing on comics for a Comic-Con, which I have my opinions about, and more just kind of, focusing and allowing, just kind of tons and tons of different styles of vendors, which is good. You cast a wide net, you can collect a lot of, different customer types and fan bases and things of that nature. But I feel like it's straying away from, what the core of it should be, what the, what we're all there for, really, kind of going, straying away from that. The ITCE, which is put on by Billy Cooper and several other guys, it is kind of your old school style con, really. It's just comics and comics, different types of vendors, just pumping out anything and everything. I mean, you can find some really hard to find stuff and some really cool stuff at these types of shows. He brings in, all a bunch of toy guys, video game guys. I'm sure there'll be Pokemon guys. Different styles of nerd craft and creations. It's not going to be the same. You're not going to walk down a full aisle of just a bunch of, crocheted stuffed animals. You'll find one, maybe two of those kinds of vendors, but otherwise it's, again, we're there for the comics, we're there for the toys, and it's a great show for that. So, again, this Sunday, August 24th, in Bloomington. So go to that show. And again, thank you for anybody at Knights Hall that may be watching this video. I appreciate the support and allowing me to take part in your event. Saw a lot of familiar faces, made some new friends, made some new faces, and it's a thing. It's a thing. So saying all that, and then I guess, jumping ahead a month, September 13th is going to be the Crawfordsville Toy and Comics Show here at the 4-H grounds in Crawfordsville. Make sure you put that on your calendar as well. We are going to be taking over the stage at the 4-H grounds. We're going to have some cosplay, photo opportunities, a kids corner, and I think I mentioned in the last video I'm going to be doing like a bulk blowout on comics. And just, doing like a $10 fill a bag kind of thing, which we'll provide the bags for. And then short box, you can fill a short box for like, $40 or something like that. That you'll have to bring your own box for, because I don't have enough short boxes for people. So, but anyway, so yeah, it's going to be a thing. Watch my Facebook page for details on that. pop in the store, ask me questions, and I will fill you in accordingly. So, again, today, all good, all awesome stuff. I'm going to be, I got a run of X-Men, a run of Daredevil, and a run of Ghost Rider, which I will be showing some slabs, a lot of keys and minor keys here. So it's going to be quite cool. But what I'm going to start with, however, is we got our SGC graded cards back yesterday as well. And there's some cool stuff in here. There's some cool stuff. A few disappointments, as comes with anything. But it's nice to get the cards back. We may be transitioning to PSA for our cards. If you are wondering why, I will fill you in on a personal level. But let's just say there were some disagreements between me and SGC. And this is now the third time that this has happened. And so it's kind of leaving a bad taste in my mouth. Kind of a bad experience. So we may be trying something new, which we'll cover that later. But anyway, so starting off out the gate, I'm going to show off the sports cards. These first two Kobe Bryants are for a customer of mine. We got these back. So this is the 97-98 Upper Deck SPX Kobe Bryant Sky variant. So that's blue, right? Came back a 5. This one is the same thing, but the silver variant. And that came back a 6. So that's pretty cool. And these next 3 are mine. These will be for sale. 90, 91 Fleer Michael Jordan came back an 8. Pretty cool card, if I do say so myself. This one was just fun. I was curious of how many of these have actually been graded. So I was like, why not? Why not try something new? See if it gets graded, because I don't know how many of them exist that are graded. But this is a 97-98 Collector's Choice Jordan Stick'ems. This is the sticker chase from that set. And again, I thought it was fun. I was like, who grades a sticker? I will grade a sticker and see where it goes. And then this is just classic. For me, this was a promo card that was given away. It came in a single cellophaned pouch. So this is 91-92 NBA Hoops Team USA. So more commonly known as the Dream Team. Had all the basketball greats on there. But this came back in 8.5. So again, I thought that was kind of cool. All focused on grading Jordans and getting those addressed. Next stack of stuff is Pokemon cards. The Pokemon cards, I don't believe any of these were mine, so I'm just showing them off for folks. 2021 Pokemon Celebrations, Rayquaza came back in 9, right? This is 2013 Pokemon Promo Umbreon. Came back in 8.5. I know that one's worth a little bit of money. 2002 Legendary Collection Ivysaur. Super pretty. Check out the foil on that. Right, came back in 8. This is a 1999 Pokemon Fossil number 4 Dragonite. Only came back a 4. There's quite a bit of white and chipping on the back of it, but that's pretty rad. 2000 Pokemon Gym Heroes Sabrina's Gengar. Again, there's quite a bit of chipping on the back of that one, but it's a 3. And then 2016 Pokemon Generations Flareon came back a 4. Again, chipping on the back. And then we're getting into a stack of very, very well-graded items. 2025 Destined Rivals, Ethan's Typhlosion, came back a 9. A 2022 Pokemon Promo Charizard V-Star, a 10. Perfect 10. Yeah, check out that. 2023 Pokemon Obsidian Flames Charizard EX95. Almost got it. Almost. It's like the famous Batman episode. Almost got him. Right? That's where all the villains are sitting around playing poker and talking about how they almost killed Batman or almost caught Batman. And then, spoiler, at the end, Batman is dressed up like Curly Croc. 2022 Pokemon Promo Charizard VMAX 9.5. Almost. Yeah. How about a 2022 Pokemon Go Radiant Charizard 9.5? They're like, nah, it's not quite perfect. Well, what was it? What was it? Why was it almost perfect, but not quite perfect? These are some of my friend's cards that he also got graded. These are all non-sport cards. These are all from the Wolverine Flair Ultra set. So these are pretty cool. Numbered cards, rare items. 2023 Flair Ultra Wolverine Gold Medallion Omega Red 8.5. Look at the rainbow on that thing. Yeah. Same thing, Wolverine. This is a signed Gambit. Signed by Gilberto Martimiano. That's autographed by him. Again, an 8.5. This is a number 14 Snowbird Crystal Fay Red Foil. Rare. So again, signed by Crystal Fay, came back in 9. And then, how about a blue foil Hulk, 66 out of 181. I love the fact that it was out of 181, right? Anyway, super beautiful, right? A 9 on that. And then, how about a Tom Morgan autographed Wolverine? So a 9 on the card, a 10 on the auto. Yeah. Super pretty. Super cool. And then last but not least, this is from the Secret Wars set. This is an orange glitter, 35 out of 199. Perfect 10. Yeah. And look at how shiny that is. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. So those are cool. And then ones that I got done, in addition to like the Jordans and the Team USA. Again, I just thought these were kind of cool. This one specifically, I got done just because of its rarity. But this is a Simon Furman autographed Transformer 40th anniversary card. Came back in 8. Which boggles my mind sometimes. You know, you open these cards straight out of a pack, you hand them to me, we send them off, and it still comes in 8. Like, why? Why? This is also a promo card. I believe this was in, you got it in a Wizard, which is the old school comic book grading guide. But this is 2000's Wizard. This was the X-Men TCG that they came out with the movie. Again, it was a promo card, so it's, nice and foily. It came in a cellophane wrapper, but this came back a 7. There's just some very minor, whiting on the back. So I know it's a little off center, but 7, whatever. 95. I believe this was a Walmart only set that came out in the 90s. I remember the regular version, but not the chromium version. And I think, again, the chromium version was like the premium packs that you could get there at the store. And it was the same kind of base set as a non-foil one, just foily. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Just look at the card. It's a Deadpool chromium. It came back a 9. So Deadpool fans, if you're looking for something new, something different, a nice 9.0 on that one. So that was pretty cool. And then I guess just so you guys are aware, any of you that are submitting to SGC, they do not grade art cards. So this was a little bit of a disagreement that I had with them. If anybody does PSA and knows if they do and or don't grade art cards, just to, you know, give me peace of mind, they just said that they could not authenticate art cards. So even though the back has congratulations, you got an art card signed by the artist, and then, you know, it's a part of the set, they didn't grade them. So because they questioned the authenticity, apparently. If PSA does the same thing, let me know. You know, I would like to know if I'm crazy or not. Because if PSA does it and SGC doesn't do it, then anyway. So yeah, that was part of it. And then for whatever reason, they also one of my customers submitted a Jalen Wright numbered jersey card, and they came back saying that they were questioning the legitimacy of the card. They wouldn't tell me what it was that they questioned the legitimacy. They wouldn't tell me why they questioned the legitimacy. They just said, not going to grade it, questioning the legitimacy, which, again, I don't necessarily agree with. But anyway, so, you know, those of you that are watching the video, if you guys are sports guys, maybe let me know if you see something funky on the card that maybe I wasn't aware of, because I just, you know, it kind of rubs me the wrong way when they're like, nope, not going to do it, and I'm not going to tell you why, just not going to do it. Okay, so then now moving on to comics. I hope you guys are prepared for. We are 16 minutes in, and we're just now getting into the groove of things. Groove is in the high. Groove is in the high. X-Men. Let's start with X-Men. Okay. 78. 102. 103. There's a 98, which is clearly out of order. 104, 107, 110, 111, 12, 13, 13, 19. And we're going to move these over real quick. 22, 23, 27, 32, 38, 39, 45, 47, 49, 58. No, excuse me. 50, 51, 51, 52, 53, 55, 56, 57, 78, and 182. Okay, so those are what's going to go into the back stock. Keep in mind, I like to label key issues and significant issues with rainbow markers in the boxes. So when you guys come into the store, if you see those, that's what it is. I want to try to help people, you know, find stuff that they're looking for a little bit more quickly, especially if they're looking for hard to find issues, you know, because then you can pull out one of those and go, what's this one? Oh, it's a, 201 first baby cable, whatever. So then you're like, oh, okay. So, if I need something before or after, whatever. But anyway, so there's a back stock. So as far as good issues, here. So let's do 36, 91, 99, 100, 101, First Phoenix, big book, big boy book, 102, 103, 108, there's 120, which is the first cameo of Alpha Flight, 129, first Kitty Pryde and first Emma Frost, 131, first Emma Frost cover, 133, Wolverine versus the Hellfire Gala, classic cover, classic book. That was one of my favorite episodes of X-Men growing up, was the Hellfire stuff, and Wolverine just kicking ass for an episode. I mean, how can you not love that? 137, that's the Death of Phoenix, classic cover once again. One of my all-time favorite covers for X-Men, just very powerful, very significant. 140, them fighting Wendigo. And how about a 266? First appearance of Gambit. So I know a lot of people have been searching for this book. A lot of people want this book. Just, Gambit's been at the forefront of X-Men for, a number of years. And then with the X-Men cartoon, Remember Me, it's a thing, man. It's a thing. People love Gambit. Big surprise. And now, this little bit, I am kind of gobsmacked over, to be honest with you. I have never seen a full run of Ghost Rider, let alone most of a run of Ghost Rider. I was advertising this that I thought it was a full run. It is not. It is missing. It's missing a few issues, which is sad. But the issues that it's missing are not like super crazy expensive, and should be somewhat easily obtainable. And then giving you the opportunity to actually complete a full run of Ghost Rider. That in and of itself, I think, is very respectable. So I'll probably skip through this in chunks, just because, again, it's a near full run. That's what you need to know. But 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 16, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 29, and then again, I think you get the gist of it. Lots of cool Ghost Rider. I mean, jumping through, so again, see, whole big run, whole big stack. This goes up to 52, and then the remainder of the stack here, voila. This goes up to 61. So, but what you need to know, there's number 2. There's number 3. Number 1 is at SGC right now. Or excuse me, CGC, not SGC. They would send it back and say they questioned the legitimacy of it. So it's not at SGC. It's at CGC. But yeah, it's in motion. It's being examined by top men and being given a grade as we speak. So that'll be back in a few weeks, close to a month probably. But it will be here. It will be. Just give me time, man. Get off my ass. Jeez. Give me a second. I gotta make some room. All this good stuff keeps piling up. It's all around me. It's all around me. Okay. So this, I'll kind of skip through it a little bit once we get toward the end. But this is Daredevil. A great run of Daredevil here. Rich, I'm looking at you. Yeah, again, Daredevil, just some awesome stuff. So number 14, number 18, 19, 20, and then we jump to 45, 47, and then we jump up to 85, 86, 89, and then 114, 116, 117, 118, 22, 39, 43, 53, and then we jump to 60, 62, great Hulk cover, 63, the retelling of his origin, 64, and then 165, 166, 67, and then the first meeting of Daredevil and Kingpin in number, 170. So again, look at the tabs, right? 170. Big battle, 171, 73, 77. And then the significance of all this is then we start getting into Frank Miller territory, right? So I believe, let's see. Well, I have it. Let's check. Let's check the records here real quick. The first Frank Miller Daredevil is 158. Okay? So now we're into Frank Miller territory. And that is amazing. Because Frank Miller Daredevil is some of the best stuff out there. 176, that's the first stick, the guy with the stick. They named him Stick. How original, right? 179, classic cover. 180, 182, and then the first meeting of Daredevil and Punisher in number, 183. Great cover, great stuff, right? Now, so again, that was Daredevil. That was Daredevil stuff. Daredevil back issues, going to the back issues. Key issues. These are key, my friends. Key. Yeah, if you're keying, I digress. 81, Daredevil. So that's the first Black Widow in Daredevil run. She was an integral part in Daredevil for a long time. 132, this is the second appearance of Bullseye. And then again, we've already touched on this, 158. So that's the first Frank Miller art in Daredevil. 175, Death of the Hand, classic cover. 181, The Death of Elektra, or is it? Great book, great cover stuff. And then I actually have the first appearance of Elektra, also getting cleaned, pressed, and graded. Because it was a nice book, man. It was a nice book. So I'm very excited to see what that's going to come back. I mean, I would love to get at least a 9 out of it. But I'm very, very hopeful that it's going to come back better than that after its spa day with Steve Comic cleaning and pressing. He does all of my work. Very, very dependable, very reliable. He does get busy from time to time, which is totally fine. You know, people get busy and people get a lot of stuff. So good for him, right? But we work through, we manage, we persevere. So another handful of bigger books here. Our Army at War, number 151, right? Yep, that's the first Enemy Ace issue. That's a classic cover. Cool book. On the Ghost Rider trend, Champions, number 1. Got 2 copies of those. Kind of like an early attempt at like an elemental team is the way that I feel it. You know, you have Angel, which is wind. You have Ghost Rider, which is fire. You have Iceman, which is ice. Hercules, which can be like earth, you know, strength. And then you have Black Widow, which is like speed and cunning. So it's kind of cool, kind of a neat little team. It was a neat little series back then. They've tried to recreate the wheel on that a couple times, and it's gone nowhere, unfortunately. Fantastic Four, annual number 6. Those of you that don't understand or know the significance of this book, this is the first appearance of Annihilus, which is this big green guy right here. But more importantly, it's the first appearance of Franklin Richards. Yes, Franklin Richards, their son. So, if you've seen the Fantastic Four movie, if you know anything about Marvel, that's a big book. I'm surprised it's not a bigger book than what it is, just because of its significance. You know, with certain characters, I mean, people fall in love with characters, right? But I feel like when there's a crossroads or a pivot point in the MCU with some of these books, you know, that have kind of written and directed the direction, double words, of the MCU, I feel like those books should be more sought after. They're just more significant, you know. Classic cover, classic book, Silver Surfer number 4. Just a great book, great cover. I mean, anybody should love to have this book in their collection. It's pretty hard to find and usually pretty pricey. This one's got some spine damage on it, which I cry about. But it's still Silver Surfer #4, man. I mean, you can't knock it. Cover's there, cover's attached. It's a book. And then I made a post about this last week. Those of you that saw the quick reel, but this is Amazing Spider-Man stuff. So there's number 78. There's number 93. 78 being the first appearance of the Prowler, right? Those of you that have seen the animated movies. There's another Prowler. 96. That is a very significant book where they went against the Comic Code Authority. Comic Code dictates what you can and can't talk about, what you can and can't depict in comics. If you're going to show the devil or a ritual, it has to be done in a certain way, very stylized. This one specifically, they did a drug addiction storyline, and this CCA said, no, you can't do that. You can't write about that. And they're like, the guy's addicted to drugs, man. Like, we deal about that all the time. Like, he's going through it, and like Spider-Man helps him. And they're like, yeah, that's a little too controversial, we think. And Marvel went, we're gonna do it anyway. Like, stop us. What are you gonna do? So there was a 2 or 3 issue run, in 3 issue 96, 97, 98, that dealt with that, and I love those books. I think those are some of the coolest Spider-Man books, because it's Amazing Spider-Man number 135, second appearance of Punisher, second full appearance, I should say. The significance of this book, not only is it the second full Punisher, but it has a Mark Jewelers insert. So those of you that don't know about Mark Jewelers, is Mark Jeweler books specifically were printed and given out to people at army bases or who were enlisted. They were just a very specific book for them, because the concept behind it was that Mark Jewelers printed and inserted their catalog, a real quick catalog full of rings and necklaces and jewelry, and then the guys that were enlisted would read these books, see these inserts, and go, I'll buy my girlfriend or my mom or somebody one of these things with my army money. And so it was a ploy directed toward them directly. But they represent 3 to 5% of the whole print run of that book. So finding a Mark Jewelers insert, let alone a complete one, inside of a book is extremely rare. And there are some people that collect only Mark Jeweler inserts and make it part of their collection. So just neat. It's super neat, Moving on, Spider-Man number 210, first appearance of Madam Web, a book that will be climbing in value and significance here soon. This is Spectacular Spider-Man number 1, early appearance of Tarantula, which is going to be in the next Spider-Man movie. It's been announced. Tarantula, Tombstone, potentially Mr. Negative, which hasn't been confirmed yet. And then a list of other characters. I'll let you dive into that at your own will, based on how much you want to know about the next movies. And then this one, Battle Beast number 1. This is the 1 in 25 variant that you could get in the poly bags, and the 1 in 50. Something like that. It's one of the rarer ones. I forget which one it is. I didn't write it down, apparently. I suck at that. Anyway, so that's keys, that's collections, that's back issues, that's cards. Now, 34 minutes later, we're getting to the slabs. Yes. Star Wars number 190. This was a customer's of mine. Congratulations to him, because that is a very significant book and grade. It's very hard to get a grade that high on that book. It's even harder to get a 9.8 on a turtle book. These were oversized. They didn't. This one's not necessarily oversized, but maybe a little bit. But these books you don't normally find in high grade. So when it came back in 9.8, I was aghast. It was a thing. This one's mine though. I collect turtles. I can't give up a 9/8 on a number 6. The uh, uh, first cover appearance is Shredder. Yeah, wraparound cover. Yeah, it's a beaut. Now, once in a lifetime opportunity, I feel. Now, other comic stores, you got, Mile High Comics and, probably Downtown Comics, Midtown Comics, these kind of comic stores that are in high metropolis areas. They probably have a higher likelihood of stuff like this happening to them. And, the fact that for me, all 3 of these books came in at the same time is kind of astounding. Outside of finding them in a collection, which, oh my God, if I found these in a collection, it would blow my mind. But the fact that these all 3 came at the same time, the customer of mine that I got my book from, and then I sent his book off from, which you guys probably already know, but I'm still going to keep it as a teaser. I shake his hand every day, every time. Yeah. This one, House of Secrets, 92, first appearance of Swamp Thing, 3.5, right? So we're going to hold it about right there. Again, very significant issue, super rare. Everybody looks for this book. All your horror guys, it's a white whale. I mean, it's a grail. These 3 books are considered grail. And so a grail book is typically either a high dollar or very rare book, high demand, hard to find because nobody wants to get rid of them books, right? And those that collect comics, these are pretty much books that everybody looks for. So you have your different tiers where you have your keys, your minor keys, your significant books at statures, and then your grails. And grails are just, they're that. Everybody looks for them. It is a grail. It is a crusade for a lot of people. And it's a lightning strike, and these lightning strikes don't happen very often. So this one, X-Men or Uncanny X-Men number 1, 4-0. Such a beautiful book. Steve did a pretty good job of getting, there's a black smudge right here on Marvel Girl. He got most of it out, but without, really grinding at it and lifting the yellow. It's not, it's in there. It's part of the book now. But again, thank you for my customer, Mike, for, working a deal on this, because I never thought that I would really ever own one outside of just finding a con and, having to do some obscene things for it and empty a bank account and da-da-da-da. It's just, is what it is, man. Uncanny X-Men number 1, first appearance of all the X-Men, the original team, Cyclops, Beast, Angel, Marvel Girl, and Cyclops, and Magneto, Professor X. That's what started it, man. Stan Lee story, Jack Kirby cover. It's the thing. Pretty sure it's Jack Kirby cover. Yeah, Jack Kirby cover and art. May he rest in peace. Now, lastly, are you ready? Are you ready? You ready for this? Are you ready for this? Amazing Fantasy number 15. It came back a 1-0, which, personally I thought it was going to come back a 2, maybe a 1-8. So for it to be a 1-0, a little disappointing. I mean, truth be told, the book's complete. It's there. It's got tight staples on it. But with the, that portion of the cover being ripped off and it's, kind of worn, I knew that was going to impact the grade of the book. And that's why I thought it was going to come back a 2. But apparently, when you have parts missing, it hurts the book even more so. And then they were even so keen to point out that there's a little bit of tape on the spine. Like, you're missing, about 18% of the cover, and you're worried about some tape on the spine. But anyway, so yeah, just super cool. You'll never, well, very rarely will you ever even see one of these in person, let alone actually hold one, But again, for these 3 books to come back or to be in the store at the same time and to be in my possession, to come through Bearded Comics, yeah. Let's start a timer, counting the days when anything like this ever happens again. I mean, I had one customer bring in a Daredevil #1 and an Avengers #1, right? So that's pretty cool. That's a once-in-a-lifetime thing, too. But those are different books. I'm going to have a lot of once-in-a-lifetime things in here, I believe. But it would be cool if it happened again. Anyway, that's it. 41 minutes. It's been a longer than normal video. If you watched the whole thing, I appreciate you. If you fast forwarded it and now you're seeing this, maybe you stopped it already, you're not even hearing my voice. Still, I appreciate you watching the video, getting this far. By all means, again, put comments down, if you want to talk about things. Come in the store. I don't know when these will be picked up, but they will be picked up this week. So if you want to see it in person, make it happen, man. Make it happen. So, again, hopefully you guys have a good day. It's a Tuesday. It was raining pretty hard there this morning, but I think it's over with now. Have a good day, and I will see you soon. Excelsior!